So, thank you for the interview.
Sure, it's a pleasure.
Yeah, 15th April 2008, one of the greatest days in the young life of 4 Austrians, and now 2 years later, we've got to talk to the same guys, the same place, about the same boys.
Oh, it's the same band.
The same band, yeah. So, 2 years have passed since we had the interview with you. How did you pass this time?
Was it 3 years ago?
2 years.
2 years. Oh, I can't say it.
Working, basically. Just working, just touring, and, you know.
We just, we tour all the time. You know, we just
All the time.
We just tour all the time. You know, we have a few days back in Scotland and then we're
we
touring
go.
in.
It's just the way we do it. You know, a lot of bands don't do that, but we do. Because it's difficult for us now to get airplay and stuff. So the best way for us to get to the people is to come and play. Because we're too ugly for MTV and all that, so it's like, you know, you just have to do what you can.
Right, so in 2008 you had just released the NEUE. And the last time before that one was Boogaloo in 1998. So are you going to let us wait that long again?
No. We're going to record a new album this year in Prague, in the Czech Republic. We've got time in the studio for the whole of September and about half of October, so about 6 weeks this year. So we intend to record it then, and it should then be released. I think the record company we're talking about March or April next year. About this time next year, the album will be out.
Oh, okay. Now a very special question. So, is rock and roll art?
Well, I guess so. I mean, who's that guy that he cuts a sheep in half and he puts it in an exhibition? Who's the guy who makes millions? The artist, he calls him. He's very, very famous. He cuts a shark in half and he just puts all these horrible things and they sell for £6 million. Yeah, rock and roll's art, if that's art.
I suppose in a way.
So, does it sometimes happen that you sit in front of the TV watching a movie and suddenly you think, so, hey, that's our song?
Yes, sometimes it does, yeah.
Maybe Love Hurts?
That's been on a few, there's 2 or 3 other tracks been on movies. And it's, they usually tell you about it, you know, they tell you we're going to put this in the movie and we go, cool. But then you forget about it, you know, because the movie's just getting made, and then, you know, 2 years later, because we travel so much, I only see movies on TV, you know, I'm at home and watching movie channels or whatever, you know. And then you think, you know, that's our tune. And you think, well, I remember that now.
Yeah. Also, today we want to talk a little bit about your roots and your past. You're all from Scotland, so do you like Braveheart? The film?
Oh yeah, that's good. That was a good movie. I mean, it's not, historically, it's not correct. But, you know, it's a Hollywood version of it. But your man, what's his name, that played Mel Gibson, he did a pretty good Scottish accent. It was pretty good, you know. I've heard a lot worse than that, you know. But the movie was, it was a good movie, you know, but I mean, whoa, that's not what happened.
You didn't get any little French frou-frous from that. But there was a guy, William Wallace, obviously, and you know he was a Scottish hero, of course.
Oh, a lot of it was true, but a lot of it wasn't, you know. But what was funny is when that movie came out a long time ago now, when we'd be in America or places, you know, like that, and places, especially America, not Canada so much, but in America, you know, when we would talk, we'd speak, and people would say, "Where are you from? You know, like, are you guys from Alaska? Are you know, where are you from? You know." After Braveheart came out, we'd check into the hotel and go, "Oh, you guys are Scottish." This is because Mel Gibson impersonated my accent.
I was even more embarrassing before that when Crocodile Dundee came out. They were Australian. The guy's Australian? No.
So, be honest, Austria is so much more beautiful than Scotland.
In your dreams. In your dreams, young man. It's a very beautiful country. I mean, Scotland's kind of like a mini Austria.
Depends where you go, you know. But we've got the middle of Scotland is very industrial, you know, like where we all, well, not so much just where we come from, but that's where all the people live. And up in the north there's not a big population up there, no. But that's where it looks more like this, you know, up in the mountains stuff. But where we live, it's different. It's different.
Walks and all that. I mean, we stay near Edinburgh, so it's like a city, you know, any city. Except it's got a castle in the middle.
It's Scotland's Vienna.
What do you think about Nessie?
Well, there's a lot of stories.
Personal friend of mine, actually.
The thing about Nessie is that you'll find that when it gets to round about June, the beginning and middle of June, then there's lots of sightings of Nessie because it's the tourist time now, you see.
Yeah.
So it's time to get, like, you know, people coming up and in. But no, there's nothing there.
It's quite funny because people ask us, because we are Scottish, people ask us that question, but if you go to Canada, there's 2 or 3 Nessies in Canada.
Yeah.
They're called something else. There's a couple in Russia, you know. But there should be Nessie Beach, I suppose. I don't know.
I'll tell you something. If you ever put your toes into Loch Ness, if there's a Nessie there, it must be air. It must have heating in it.
Exactly.
It's the coldest water.
Incredible and dark. You know, if you go into this place, you can't see your feet. It's like, maybe she is in there.
Maybe.
I think she works for the tourist board, actually. I think.
Do you sometimes wear a kilt with nothing under it?
Yeah, but mainly when you see people wearing kilts in Scotland is at weddings. You know, when people get married, all the boys will go in, they'll rent, you know, the Highland. Of course, they're quite good. They're quite good to wear a kilt, actually. Very warm. But generally, no, we wear. Well, I do. Generally, we wear something underneath. You know.
Thongs.
If you get all the guys, the young guys, when they go out, you know, on the town, if they're having a party and they're all or the young guys, you know, they don't have anything on underneath. They're all running around the town like this. You know. Oh, it's your turn.
Yeah, it's my turn. Right.
I think it's very brave of you to come to a Nazareth concert with an AC/DC t-shirt.
Very brave.
Yeah, I have to buy a t-shirt from you now. So, we know that you get asked this question 1,000 times before, but before you started the band, what were you doing? Which jobs did you have?
I was an engineer, a mechanical engineer. I served my apprenticeship. Keep working in an
A
architect.
draftsman in an architect's office.
Really?
And a guy Darryl, who's no longer with us, he was an accountant, and Manny, he worked in the naval dockyard, like an engineer, you know. And so we all had just regular jobs, you know.
Yeah.
We were very normal. We were very normal.
No.
Now you are. Right. How did you pay your first guitar, your first band room, and the first tour?
Well, the first band I was in, I was 10 years old, and we had it was called we called it a skiffle group. That was the kind of music that came out just before, at the time of rock and roll when it started. You know, when you had Elvis and people like that coming out. So I was still at the junior school, and we started a band there. We must have sounded awful, but that was the age I started at. I never really sort of got a proper band going, you know, like until maybe 14, something like that, you know, 13 and a half, 14. It was all mates from school, you know, that you just played you play in the youth club, you know, the church youth clubs and things like that, you know, these kind of places. But it was just fun, you know, it was just for fun.
Yeah.
I mean, we never ever thought we'd be making records or anything.
No, but the first guitars, the first proper guitars the boys got, we used to pay them up. You know, you go and lay a deposit and get the guitar, and then you had to pay so much every week, and that's what everybody played for. They just played to pay their guitars or their drum or whatever, you know.
Well, the first